there. And we'll put in the gate. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a couple of crossbars. And then maybe put a little bit of darker stuff into here as well. And an idea also could be to make this a ploughed field. Make sure your hand is clean and put your finger at a point and then bring out the lines from that finger so everything is converging on one point. That will give you a nice variation. Right. Now I want this field to stand out in front of that one. So what I'm going to do is to make a darker mix. And I'm going to bring it in here. Then I'm going to clean my brush, get a damp brush, and I'm just going to blend it in. And that way it'll put sunlight on that field. Right, the next thing I think is just to put a couple of trees here. Get something darker now. Maybe a few branches and with a rigger. Sometimes it's nice to put a dead tree in, just to make the shape more interesting. And I think this shape here now is looking a little bit ordinary, so I think we need to put some shadows on that, maybe put some shadows on here, and also maybe some shadows across the back there. So in order to do that, we need to clean our palette out again, and again mix our shadow mix of cobalt blue, a little bit of permanent rose, and a little bit of cadmium red. And ring out, pick up once. And we can put a piece of shadow across there, and maybe some shadow there. And I don't know whether we can have some shadows coming in here. Just cut that into there. Oh, we need some, this last bit. So maybe there'll be a little depression in the field which will cause that to cast a little shadow here. And we'll clean our brush and we'll soften that. To bring the house out a little bit more, we could mix that dark mix again of burnt umber and Windsor blue, and just see how the darker, see, sunlight is dependent really on the change of tone. The more you can change the tone, the more the sunlight will hit the object. We could put a bit of texture in the foreground too. That might be a just maybe flick it with a rigger and just rub it with your hand, and that will give a little bit of texture. We could, as an added point, is take a little bit of white and put a fence in. Make sure it's a little bit uneven so that you have it a little bit distressed, and then you'll find it'll be much more interesting to look at. And over here you can make the fence maybe darker, you see. I have a little bit of dark here in the top of the door, and there we are. So why don't you have a go now? Get that tracing paper out, put the drawing onto your paper, and get the paints out and have a wonderful time. Happy painting.
Now available to buy. Try these techniques at home whenever you wish. The DVD of today's workshop and the book that accompanies this series are now available to order from the Painting and Drawing channel. For further information and to order your copy, go to www.paintingdrawingchannel.com.